Hello, one and all, and welcome back to First Impressions. Today, as the title says, I'm doing Thor RAGNOACK. Sorry, something went wrong with recording, so I had to re-record this. Right. So my mood is not nearly as good after watching this amazing movie. Right. It's a great movie. I'd heard it was funny. I'd heard it was going to be essentially a space road adventure with Hulk and Thor. I heard a lot of things. Not everything turned out as I thought it would, or as it was being hyped up for. So I managed to keep away from spoilers. Surprisingly well with this movie, considering all the things people let loose about Black Panther and Avengers: Infinity War. Ooh boy, that movie. Everybody's spoiling everything about that movie. And only one of them is my fault for finding out. I clicked on a spoiler I shouldn't have. Everything else people are just casually talking about in Star Wars threads and shit. What are you talking about Infinity War in a completely unrelated movie thread? When the movie is still in theaters. Sorry, venting. Anyways, yeah. This movie's good. I really liked what they did with Thor's character. I really liked every character in this movie. And, yeah. So, just gonna put spoilers here while I try to go over everything again. I'm going to be abbreviating a lot of what I said for the first time, at least to get through. Thor in a cage. I wondered how long he'd been in that cage, because it seemed like he was losing it with the whole narrating it himself to the skeleton. Went on an adventure to find Infinity Stones, couldn't find them, found Suitor's path of destruction, faced Suitor, beat him, took his skull, helmet, crown, after being told about his part in causing Ragnarok. Went on about, tried to get Heimdall's attention. Heimdall wasn't there. Some idiot who was trying to impress the ladies with his soul and earth gear, like his guns, Dust, and Troy, and his shake weight. Eventually he noticed them and get Thor out of the big battle, and as a side effect kills the jet dragon Thor was fighting. After finding out, one of the things he found out from Suitor was that Odin wasn't on Asgard, and then after talking to Heimdall's replacement, he found out that Heimdall had been a traitor, and he put two and two together and figured Loki was behind it. And which was reinforced by the giant statue of Loki and the play about his death that made Loki look great, and made Thor look like an idiot, and of course, Odin being there, acting completely out of character. Yeah, so Thor forced him to unveil himself and forced him to take him where he'd hidden Odin, which was a now destroyed retirement center. They had a great little sibling moment where they confronted some of their issues, and then Loki got kidnapped by Doctor Strange. The good doctor had a chat with Thor, an expanded chat with Thor and Vladimir. Things weren't really changed so much as we were shown details we weren't shown in a camera with Doctor Strange. Well, okay, no, things were changed, but not majorly. And it kept the scene mostly the same. Nobody said something they didn't say during that scene. Doctor Strange helped Thor find his father, who he'd known about, but had asked him to leave he wanted to stay there because he broke free of Loki's spell a while ago. He lets Loki go. Loki gets pissed, tries to start a fight with him, gets made a fool of. They have a bump with their dad, lots of things are said. Odin dies, but Thor gets angry at Loki, but before he can do anything, he might regret. Thor's older sister, Hela, is revealed. And, oh boy, that changed. I mean, unless you somehow didn't know, Hela is actually Loki's daughter in the comics. I mean, it's not like the comics haven't changed things from the mythology, but yeah. Hela was Loki's daughter. And I'm not sure if she was technically a bad guy. Just the god of death. So, yeah, they turned her into their sister instead, who rode around with Odin during his hardcore battle days, before the golden facade of Asgard arose. And all that. And she's pretty much badass. Shatters Mjolnir, which never even gets replaced in the movie, which is just a shame. Mjolnir's awesome, and it's a core part of his character. I really don't like it being destroyed. I'm hoping it gets brought back in post-Infinity War. It's weird not to have him without it. Though on the other end, he does come in pulling into his Thunder God powers, so yay that. Eventually. They have a fight in the Bifrost that eventually, which is fucking awesome. Oh yeah, and I like the soundtrack choices for this movie. It's good. Yeah, but yeah, they get their butt kicked. They both fly out. She lands on Asgard, kills the two guys questioning her. The idiot from before, who's now just a janitor, does a smart thing and bows, and gets spared and hired as her new minion. Meanwhile, Thor wakes up on a planet called, hold on. Sakaras. That's it. Sakaras. Because he barely knows how to use his powers. He gets his butt kicked by locals, though not without doing some damage. Someone shows up, claims him. They try to fight him for it. She kicks their butt in a way very similar to him. Then, knocks him out and delivers him over to the slave master. Where, he quickly realized is, Loki's there, but of course he's managed to worm his way into the nobility there instead of the slaves. And meanwhile, Hela tries to get the army to work for her and go and conquer the rest of the cosmos. They say no. or trying to arrest her. She says no to that via slaughtering them all in a rather impressive mook stomp that I haven't seen one that impressive since the Madara Uchiha battle from Naruto. It's basically kind of a lot like that. Okay, it's not as impressive as that, but it's good. But yeah. Thor gets knocked in the cage, but makes some friends with the locals. Well, not locals, the local slave gladiators. Like Thor. I like Thor. Dude, nice guy. They find out more. Thor plans on escaping by being the champion of the guy, who is, of course, plot twist, Hulk. Which is one which I should mention the part of the movie where I start really getting the humor and start laughing right behind is the part where Loki gets ousted. But this has to be my favorite part of the movie because everyone's chanting for Hulk. Hulk reveals himself, and just as everyone's saying yes to Hulk showing up, Thor goes, yes! Really happily. Sorry, headphone users. And the entire arena is shocked in the silence because, the guy that he's supposed to be fighting to his death suddenly cheering at that's a little weird. Thor clarifies that they're friends, from work and everything. Loki attempts to make his escape and be discreet and not be seen because humor, puny god. Yeah, he remembers the Hulk. He remembers the Hulk real good. Yeah, he remembers the Hulk real good. Of course, Hulk doesn't listen to reason, beats Thor. Loki laughs behind off because, it's exactly what happened to him. Eventually, Thor managed to get a hold of Hulk's hammer, beat the shit out of him, and everything. And and one of the things is, when the planet's name was revealed, I was like, what planet is this? I know this from the comics somewhere, but I just could not remember. It's the planet from Planet Hulk. I thought it might have been, but I also thought it might have been the home planet of Beta Ray Bill, who made a cameo in this. And I'm annoyed because it was just a cameo and he wasn't actually even in the movie. Beta Ray Bill is awesome and we might never get him. But yeah, it's basically part of the plot of Planet Hulk, which means A, we won't ever get actual Planet Hulk, which saddens me, and B means we will definitely never get a Hulk movie ever. Planet Hulk would have been the best plot for a Hulk movie. If they can't even do the entirety of that, then yeah, it's not happening. But yeah, Hulk and him have an impressive fight. Thor starts doing really well once he calls on his godly abilities, but hesitates from killing his friend, or at least killing Hulk. I'll get into clarifying why I said it that way. And Hulk proceeds to respond by being him silly. And just when it looks like he's about to kill him, Thor gets a vision of his father standing in a field and puts his own up to catch the blow, and then things go dark. I believe at that point we switch over to Hela, having claimed the throne of Asgard, revealing that the literal Golden Brigade is a fake, and the true history via the ceiling painting being covering up a different, much more violent ceiling painting above them, revealing the law, having her espouse on the hidden history of Asgard. Now no one remembers who she is. But then they go down to Odin's vault of treasures, and a glorious moment. She walks up to the Infinity Gauntlet fake and just knocks it off. I love that. Everybody would not shut up about that thing in this movie. They think, oh, Thanos is gonna steal it, even though we saw Thanos with it in the end of Avengers 2. Oh, this is where he's gonna steal it. That was him stealing it. Like, no one would shut up about it. I just love the concise, fake, her, and then she just disses more and more of the treasures in the vault. Until she gets the Infinity Stone, like, alright, that's actually something impressive of him to get a hold of in here. And then they get the Flames of the Eternal Flames, which was part of the whole story about Thor being powered by RAGNOACK, which makes sense. Because the flames bring people from the dead, back from the dead into revenants. Thor, though, is a guy who's made of walkie-talkie fire, so bringing him back via that method would have him actually absorb the fire. And that's exactly what happened. But later, no, she used the fire to instead bring back Fenrir, her wolf, another child of Loki, but not in this movie. And also the army of fallen Asgardian warriors. Things, right, yeah. Then we switch back to Thor wakes up in Hulk's room. Apparently he did good enough to be kept alive by the Hulk. Hulk being the champion, he's allowed special things. He's loved on Skavros. He also makes an excellent point that Thor isn't really his friend. He's Bruce Banner's friend, but Thor and Hulk aren't the same dude. And instead of constantly asking him to help him, Thor replies, "What? Nah, you're totally my friend. I like you lots more than that Banner dude." And then he starts making fun of Banner. And then later on to Banner, "What? Nah, you're totally my favorite. I like you much more than that other dude." And then starts mocking Hulk. But yeah, it's been revealed that Hulk's been the Hulk for 2 years. And much like Planet Hulk, after spending long enough time out, Hulk can deal with his rage somewhat and can even talk. Not as smart as Planet Hulk, who, if I remember correctly, eventually gained access to the full intellect of Banner. But yeah. Turns out Hulk is also friends and regularly trains with the chick who brought Thor in, who is, it turns out, a Valkyrie of Asgard. The last Valkyrie. The rest who died in a fight against Hela. And Heimdall is playing, and I almost forgot, Heimdall stole the sword to Bifrost, locking it, and is using it to help protect a lot of Asgardian citizens as they flee from her reign of terror. When she finds out about that, she gathers a crowd of people and threatens to have them executed by the ex-janitor, who's not entirely happy about doing this, but because he's a coward, he's going on, and an idiot, he's going on along with it. Thankfully, someone steps in before he executes an old woman in their quest to find out where the sword is. Meanwhile, back on Stavros, Thor manages to trick oh yeah, I almost forgot. Thor's got this thing stuck to his neck that causes him to feel extraordinary pain and actually to the point of passing out. And it was how he lost his fight against Hulk. Hulk eventually is convinced to help Thor. Thor tries to convince the Valkyrie to come back to save Asgard from them. She turns him down, but he used that as a chance to steal the thing that she used to activate it and turned it off and removed the buzzer. Then he made a humorous attempt to escape. Actually did escape, got to the wrecked remains of the Quinjet, which actually still worked at the time, with an angry Hulk following him, demanding, "Friends, stay! Friends, stay!" And right at that moment, the message from Natasha plays. That manages to calm the Hulk down when Thor's attempt to do it earlier didn't work. In fact, my response to that, trying the handshake protocol on him, was, Thor, I'm pretty sure you're not his type. Because, just seeing Natasha is all we'll talk of it was all it took to get Hulk to start transforming back. He's not happy about that because he had just gone to speaking in complete sentences. But after informing Hulk that it's been 2 years, Banner, it's been 2 years, helping him deal with things enough to, escape, they move on to the wrecked remains of the Quinjet destroyed in the Hulk's struggles and its attempts to come along to get Thor. Attempt to make their escape. Unfortunately, the guy who runs Stavros isn't so happy about his champion going missing. And since the guy who got Thor and Thor's brother, because Thor did not hide the fact that Loki's his brother, was trying to get help, but you know Loki. In fact, this leads to intends them to go after them under threat of, I believe, execution. This immediately leads to Loki and the Valkyrie fighting it out, and him forcibly inducing a PTSD flashback, her responding by kicking his ass, and then deciding to go and help Thor and Hulk. So they can't find Hulk. She does find Banner, but she doesn't know Hulk is Banner. So they keep having these moments where, like, do I know you? I feel like I know you. But yeah, she decides that she wants to help them now. And go help out Asgard. Thanks to PTSD forcing her to admit she can't forget about it no matter how much she wants to. Takes her back to her place to talk out the plan. Where they're also got a trust up Loki, and that was great. They go into the room, and there it is, tied up Loki, and Loki goes, surprise, and a dull voice. I laughed my ass off of that. That was hilarious. Oh yeah, and of course, I should mention again, Beta Ray Bill cameo, which was the Hulk's champion building. Once again, I am angry. I mean, Beta Ray Bill was awesome. They could have totally put him in this movie if they wanted to. Yeah, he deserves his own movie and such. But, dang it, they had the perfect opportunity with the Suitors Rampage, and he's awesome! Sorry, I'm just... Beta Ray Bill's awesome. If you somehow don't know about him, he's the horse head looking guy from the Hulk's tower. You know, the heads of the champions, they were building the Hulk's head. And below it, you'll see a horse head looking thing, and that's Beta Ray Bill. Beta Ray Bill's stick is he's the survivor of, his people are survivors of Suitors Rampages, and he initially thought Thor was one of Suitors' demons, and proceeded to, fight him. Like, a standard superhero comics. What's not standard was him using Mjolnir to do it. Yeah, he just picked up the thing and beat the crap out of Thor, and that is why he's so awesome. After things cleared up, he helped Thor fight off a local threat, and impressed Thor enough to get him his own Mjolnir. This one being a mace. A shock mace, so that's awesome. But yeah, no, Beta Ray Bill's awesome. He's basically like a second Thor. Though, to be fair, given what's been going on in the comics, I believe that there's been about 5 of them. No, wait, 6. Can't forget about Evil Robot. Thor, Beta Ray Bill, Evil Clone Robot, made by Tony Stark, Fem Thor, who didn't bother getting her own name because, even though she's not at all actual Thor, I mean, goddamn come up with your own superhero name. Yeah, that's my biggest critique of Fem Thor. I don't care if she's a woman, if there's a woman willing Thor's power who's God of Thunder. Thor is a name, not a title. You don't pass that shit along. War Thor, who is another one of Thor's buddies who got Thor-like powers, but didn't get his own goddamn name. As a superhero, I'm like, side bitching. I got distracted with this. But, yeah. Loki convinces the others to trust him while he helps them escape via getting to a ship good enough to get through the Devil's Anus, which is the worst and biggest wormhole on the planet, which Heimdall told Thor to go through. And can I say, Heimdall is awesome in this movie, as ever. Right. So, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that the one cowardly idiot guy with the shake weight got upgraded to personal executor of, Hela. Which also came with the reveal that she was the executioner for, Odin. Yeah, that's a great thing to have your kid do. Man, old school Odin was hardcore, but he had problems. Though, that does bring me to the point of how I will almost certainly never see Thor repeatedly blasting Thanos' ass in a fight. Because in a fight, Odin outdoes Thanos. So, that's also why I say bullshit to the whole Thor and Hela are more powerful than him. Well, maybe Hela with the whole goddess thing, but not Thor. But yeah. I skipped things. Anyways. He does actually help them to a point. But then he tries to sell out Thor at the last minute. But see, here's the thing. They've been through it so much that the moment Loki stole off and left his duplicate, Thor stopped and sighed. Because he is so used to Loki's shit and he's tired of it. Which is why he planted one of those shock things, one of those pain things on Loki. And when Loki betrayed him, he hit it and left Loki writhing on the ground in agony. I mean, I don't think he turned it up even most of the way, but yeah, no. And then he said, well, I'll leave this here for you. Thomas a bit. After, of course, giving him a lecture about being predictable. He's got a mischief, but he's really got bad at the whole unpredictable, chaotic thing. He's gotten predictable. And that really sticks in Loki's craw. But yeah, he steals the local Moorish big ship. After some trouble, and pretty great fight scene where Loki and, Thor and the Valkyrie had a lot of destruction. Because the ship they're stealing has no weapons. They get together and fly off to Asgard, where the plan is to evacuate everyone to save them from the wrath of Hela. Meanwhile, the Horde and the other slave gladiators who have been going on a revolution to act as a distraction. Have managed to fight their way into the same area that the others were at. Find Loki, let him through, and then there's this great moment. Hey, we're gonna still take that ship and leave. Wanna come with us? And Loki goes, you do look like you're in desperate need of leadership. And Thor goes, thanks! But yeah. So, yeah. Thor gets to Asgard, gets on the ship that try to call Hela's attention before she manages to get sword and everything, has a bit of a discussion with him where they talk about their issues with the family. Oh, I completely forgot where the excellent father-sibling talk that happened between Loki and Thor during the attempt right before Loki betrayed him. It even had a great moment when Thor actually agreed with Loki that him staying there and taking over the planet would probably be great for him, and he'd do fine here. And yeah, even if there is still good in Loki, they're two different people that they just would not be able to get along. And, yeah, work together for long. And then Loki betrayed him. Predictable. Loki was just so much fun in this movie. Right. Yeah. A fight breaks out between Hela and Thor. She cuts out his freaking eye! And wow, I did not see that coming. And here's the thing. I've been doing my level best to avoid spoilers for this movie and shit. I try to do that with every movie. And a lot more stuff, but it's really shocking that so little has been spoiled of this compared to, say, how much has been revealed to me about Infinity War. Heck, I thought there was a scene in this where Captain America got his new shield, but no, apparently that was just that was actually a clip from Black Panther or something. Like, wow. Which is, yeah, next on the list of things to watch. Then finally, Infinity War, so I can finally, yeah, it'll be good to finally be almost entirely caught up with what people are talking about in regards to these movies and shows and everything. It's annoying not to be able to be part of those fan discussions when you see them going on everywhere. But yeah, the fight continues. Meanwhile, Hela's army has got the Asgardians cornered. The ship with the Valkyrie, now loaded with an actual weapon, does their best to hold off the army, but eventually Banner has to go Hulk. And he didn't want to go Hulk because I was afraid he'd never go back to being Banner. And I'll be honest, I wouldn't be entirely displeased with that. I've talked about Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes a lot in these reviews, but that's like the example of the Avengers and TV and stuff. And I think I really like, honestly, the Hulk to be handled like that from now on. You know, Banner and Hulk work out a deal where Banner comes out every so often, gets himself a nice, quiet, peaceful day, and Hulk gets body control the rest of the time. I like calm Hulk, the one who's actually capable of interacting with people, talking to them. Right. Where was that? Right, yeah. He gets out, fights Fenrir. Valkyrie gets out and fights the other army. And while this is all happening, Thor finally manages to break through his mental block and had to talk with his dead dad, where he finally accepts his power and proceeds to call on, how did Thor put it? Well, put it the most lightning bolt in the history of lightning bolts down on his sister's ass. And while it does inconvenience her, it doesn't stop her. It does, however, get her off of him, and long enough that he uses power to fight her army. And then the cavalry arrives to rescue the Pandar's guardians, Loki, and his new army. That's right, he's actually going good guy in this movie. No last minute betrayals, no backstabs. He has come through. Though I'm pretty sure he stole the Tesseract while he was in the vault. Which, by the way, came after that. After they had a little awesome fight scene. Him, Thor, the one guy. They come to the conclusion that I'd come to a little while ago. That since Thor was predicted to help Suture cause Ragnarok, and it was revealed that Hela, among Thor, but more importantly, Hela's power comes from Asgard, the location. The best chance they have of stopping her would be to bring him back. He absorbs the eternal flame, becomes a mountain-sized monster, starts wrecking shit. While the other people begin to actually escape. Oh, I can't forget the moment when the cowardly guy, who realized things weren't going in his side's favor, had put on a sheet, smuggled himself in with the others, seen that they weren't going to get out and that innocent people were still going to die, and decided to sacrifice himself and bring out his guns. Gus and Troy. Hold on. And Troy. And it's actually pretty cool. Him taking out these army of ancient soldiers with the guns. Of course, that's because he's not just shooting them, but also whacking them with them. Pretty hard. As Guardians for you. Of course, he gets a sword to the chest and ends up dying, but he does buy time for all the other things to happen. Also, there's a brief moment when Thor, having finished his Fenris, starts a fight with Suture, even though they want him to destroy Asgard. Once he gets knocked down and Thor has time to talk to him, and convinces him, "Hulk, don't smash!" The three of them jump up onto, along with, actually, I'm not even sure how long he got up there, but it's look, he probably had a trick. Onto the ship and escape, watching Hela attempt to kill Suture while he rampages and completely annihilates, Asgard. I will say again, despite its dark tone as that movie was, it's hilarious. There's, of course, I remember now, the scene with, where Thor gets his haircut, the Stan Lee cameo. And at the end, Thor's just begging him, please don't cut my hair! He was first threatening him, but after realizing he couldn't stop him with threats of violence, he was begging him not to cut his precious hair. Also, apparently Jane Foster had come Thor at some point in between movies. Anyways. So yeah, the day is saved. Thor has finally assumed his role as king, complete with his own eye patch to mirror Thor. After a brief scene of humor, they decide to go to Earth, and that's it. Oh, and there's one scene where Loki wonders if it's a good idea to bring him to Earth. And then what I'm pretty sure is Thanos' ship shows up. Yeah. And one of the things I couldn't help but think when I realized they were all going to Earth, I was like, that spot at the beginning of the movie that Odin picked out in Norway. Hold on. Was, man, if the Inhumans had flopped, MCU Earth would be dealing with 2 influx of alien civilizations that both look human. I mean, Inhumans are humans with powers, but yeah, there would be 2 of those happening. But since Inhumans flopped because all the main characters are unlikable twats, and even the antagonist is only somewhat likable at some of the time. So, extremely likable in the beginning. And the main characters, rather blandly, hadn't really learned anything. The MCU, so of course it flopped, but because of that, I'm not sure what its relevance on the rest of the MCU was. But yeah, it's like, that was 2 planned influxes. I mean, yeah, we know that the movies right now don't give a shit about what happens in the shows, but that will only last until the idiot in charge of the movies stops being an asshole. Right, but yeah. This movie was great, hilarious, and I just fairly well done. Like I said, I only got 2 complaints. No beta ray bill and no chance of Thor kicking Thanatos' ass. I really like this. I really like the idea of a Loki who actually played a good guy sometimes. I loved permanent superhero Loki, but I think I'd be fine with temporary superhero Loki. That just sounds great to me. I'm sad I'll never get the full Planet Hulk plot line, but it was still fairly good, and hey, I'm down for still more full-time Hulk-ish. And, yeah. It's a good movie. It's a good, funny movie. And it's got me hyped as shit for Infinity War, and I'm trying to... This does explain how, why some people were talking about Loki being in Infinity War without the story. Not a spoiler. But, that's still an excuse for these other things people were casually talking about. So thankfully I managed to purge all 2 of those factoids from my head. One of which I don't really care about as much anymore. And the other one I do. But aside from my complaints about that, this is a fantastic movie. It's not one of my top ones, but it was definitely a great showing of Cosmic Marvel, and I love Cosmic Marvel. I'm disgusted. And more importantly, it was the best palate cleanser for the train wreck of a movie that was Spider-Man Homecoming. Go watch my other video to see me trying to explain why I don't like that. If you like the movie, just clarify. If you think the movie's good, all the respect and power to you. I don't have anything wrong with the movie. I should clarify. I think there's something wrong with the movie. I just don't think it's something objective wrong. It's purely subjective. I recognize that. I think the movie's terrible, but that's because it's just not meant for me. It's fine if you like it. I just don't like that movie, and I don't like the MCU's take on Spider-Man because of it. But because that was the first MCU movie, I just flat out did not like it anyway. I even liked Iron Man 3 more than that. this was just an excellent palette. So I can't help but feel somewhat disappointed that, in hindsight, that I didn't get the buddy cop film with Thor and Hulk, with major guest stars of Doctor Strange and Loki. Oh, another thing, man, Doctor Strange took a skill upgrade in between movies. He was just casually manhandling Loki and Thor in this movie. That's impressive. He wasn't doing shit. He wasn't even that. He wasn't doing shit that easily in the last one. But yeah, I think that covers it up. Excellent movie. Loved it. Cannot wait to see Infinity War. And I suppose by this point, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Oh, just to clarify, it's probably been about 2 months since this video was recorded. So, yeah. Probably closer to free, actually, free. 2 months, at least, since this video was recorded. So, yeah. I just thought I'd point that out. But yeah, no, great movie. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, then please like, comment, subscribe. If you'd like to see me do reactions, well, I do reactions on the channel. If you want to see me do Let's Plays, I've got a Let's Play channel. I've also got a Twitch stream, which I stream 3 days out of the week. Link in the description. Check it out. Right, so this is HighPriest signing out, and I will see you all next time, folks.